Hi everyone, Leon here. Welcome to session 7 of your Let's Move journey. This week we'll be looking at cardiovascular and respiratory fitness. So in simple terms, looking at focusing on improving heart and lung health. To do this, we need to raise the heart rate and get slightly out of breath. Aiming towards a moderate intensity where we can still hold a conversation, but we are not gasping for air. Just remember, your heart is a muscle and it will become stronger with exercise. There are many other benefits to aerobic exercise, including lowering blood pressure, regulate blood sugars, reduce chronic pain, increase mood, help with sleep, and can also help to regulate body weight. However, can I remind everybody to listen to their bodies and manage your pain levels as we look to increase the heart rate and get out of breath. Remember, you can slow down the exercise, you can reduce the range of movement, and you can even miss those exercises out if you aren't able to complete them safely. Right everyone, let's get warmed up. Right everyone, good starting position for exercise. Up nice and tall, shoulders back and down, chin parallel to the floor, and feet hip width apart. Make sure your weight's evenly distributed through those feet, mum. And you're nice and stable.
Yes. You're
nice and stable. Get into a nice steady march, so either seated or standing for this one. If you are seated, again, make sure you're off that back rest. Let's get that double workout through the stomach. Make sure all those muscles are contributing to this workout. They're not slacking. And we're going to take it out into a toe tap, mum. So you can leave the arms because coordination can be a bit of a challenge when you're trying to do the arms and legs together.
It is for me.
So just remember, as well as a warm up physically, we've got to warm this up as well. Because if this doesn't work, this doesn't work. So we do have to challenge those connections. And take it out wide, mum. Now, if anybody's had a hip replacement, just be careful with these ones. And if you see me and my mum go off because we've had a Weetabix today and we're a little bit too quick, then just go at your own pace. Don't feel as though you've got to follow on as quick as we are going. Okay. And we're going to take it into a heel pump this time, mum. So a good stable base where you're standing, and we're just going to lift those heels, keep the toes on the floor, and as you lift that knee, you're going to feel a nice good stretch through that ankle joint. Right. All right, we sometimes forget to stretch off those ankles and warm those ankles up, but today is all about cardio and respiratory fitness. So we are going to be focusing on heart and lungs, and we're going to need these ankles on good form, mum. You're going to need to be on good form. And relaxing there, take it out into a reach. So across the body, let's get some rotation in through that spine. And we're nice and stable. Make sure you've got nice soft knees, mum, when you're up there. So you can, so them thigh muscles can stabilise them knees. And take it a little bit higher. Just be careful if you've got any shoulder injuries. Again, take it as far as you feel comfortable. And relax, take it to some shoulder rolls. So we're going to take the shoulders up, back and down. So we go up, back and down. Because the problem is, if we do them the other way, it encourages forward flexion. And you know what? We spend his life in forward flexion. Sat at desks on computers, we're like this, looking at mobile phones. So it's good to just let the shoulders go back and down. It'll put us in a nice upright position, put us in good, natural, neutral alignment for ourselves, ready for some exercise. And relax there, mum. We'll just complete and finish with the neck. So look to your left. Slow and controlled, take it as far around as you feel comfortable. Slowly back round to centre, and then out the other side. And then slowly back round to centre. Looking down towards the floor, chin towards the chest. And then slowly come back up. Just be careful with this one, but we're going to have a little look up. And slowly back down. Just shake everything off, Mum. So just remember with these, the warm-ups are short and relatively quick, so feel free to go back and just complete this warm-up again, or add in any additional exercises that you know are going to benefit you and the conditions that you may have. Right, everyone, we're going to get into the first series of exercises, which is going to be based around the march. Before we get started, it is important to know that today's session is focused around heart and lungs, and we want to increase that heart rate and get slightly out of breath. So we will be looking at increasing range of movement, okay, and also increasing speed and tempo. Now that can put us at additional risk of raising pain levels, okay? So it is important that you kind of self-manage those pain levels throughout today's session and ensure that they don't creep above a level 4, okay? And you're never higher than mild to moderate pain, okay? If you get any sharpness in pain, then please stop immediately or reduce the tempo, reduce the range of movement that you are carrying out. So, first exercise is going to be a low march, okay? So, keeping it simple, on the spot, use the support if you need it. Let's get into a low march. All right, think about your body position. So where all your arms and your legs are in space. And shoulders are back and down, as if we were walking with a bit of confidence, Mum. And think about that foot placement, so feet hip width apart. We've got nice soft ankles, nice soft knees, and we've got a toe to heel action as the foot is being placed back on the floor. Okay, so a nice steady march, nothing too strenuous to start. And relax in there, relax, relax. Everything okay?
Yeah.
All right, so you find your stable base. We're continuing with the march, but now we're going to increase the range of movement. So we're going into a high march. So the high march is where we're going to raise those arms and legs, all right, from the knee a little bit higher, okay? And we're going to go opposite arms and legs, like you're doing, Mum, so that's great. That will counterbalance you throughout this movement.
Yes.
So when you're ready, off you go. And again, don't be looking at your feet, Mum, they'll not go anywhere. They'll still be there next time you look. All right, and remember, if you need the chair for support, you can place a hand on the chair, okay? You could get rid of the arms if you need it, and if you need that full support of the chair, just remember, don't be putting any body weight through the chair.
Right.
And don't be too close to the chair as well. Okay, so driving those knees up on a high march.
It's really hard not to look at your feet though.
It is. But that can put us at additional risk of tripping and falling.
Yeah.
All right, because we're not aware of everything else that's going on. And relax in there. Relax and relax. So we should be starting to get that heart rate going a little bit. What we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the low march, but I want you to increase that tempo. So speed it up a little bit. So when you're ready, off you go. So you go at your own pace and still drive those elbows back, Mum. Okay, so elbows at 90 degrees. And just remember, your pace is your pace. Okay, I could be in here and it might look like we've gone into fast forward on the video, but that would be my pace. Okay, so as long as we're stable, all right, we're not at risk of losing his balance. we can maintain good posture throughout, and you just work at that pace.
Okay.
And relax in there, good stable base. Take a good deep breath in, fill up the lungs, and back out. And we can bring ourselves back down and move on to the next round of exercises, which is going to be skaters.
Right.
Right, everyone, you will be familiar with this exercise because we did it in the last session. So make sure you've got a nice, good, stable base of support, and we're looking at transferring the body weight from left to right, right to left, and focusing being on that single leg. Okay, so we step across, and that is going to be the first movement for this one, just to get that rhythm going. Okay, so when you're ready, off you go. If you're not using any support and you're fairly stable and balanced, you can put your hands on your hips, and if you need the chair for support, stand behind it like my mum's doing, but it's there if you need it. And you could have one hand on and just keep transferring that hand over as we shift that body weight left to right, right to left. And you're fetching the heel in. So fetch the heel in, step, step, and fetch the heel in with you. Okay? So again, chest out, chin up. And relax in there, relax and relax. All right, shake it all off, mum. So as always, we're going to build that movement. We're going to introduce the upper body. So we're now going to put the arms in as well. So as we step to the right, the left arm comes over. And as we step to the left, the right arm comes over. So we're there, okay? And if you need the chair for support, you can be there and you can be there with that little bit of a hold as well. So when you're ready, let's go. So because we've gone from using the lower body now to using the upper body as well, all right, there's lots of groups of muscles working, okay? And all those muscles, they need oxygen. So we need the heart and lungs to provide those muscles with oxygen. And this is where we can start to get out of breath. So you're going at your own pace. And relax in there, relax and relax. So you'll find that a little bit more challenging the second time around, not just from a coordination point of view, but because we're starting to work the upper body as well, okay? So starting to get out of breath a little bit. Right, if you've mastered that move and you're confident, we're going to increase the speed a little bit, all right? If not, maybe increase the range of movement, all right? So the how far you're striding across, okay? So increase that range of movement between your feet, all right? So when you're ready, off you go, and we're gonna look to increase either the speed or the range of movement. Now, if you were challenged before, just stick to the original movement. You could just do the lower body, skater. And we're now focusing on getting out of breath, all right, for this final one. So come on, mum, we've got 10 seconds left, come on.
I'm concentrated on my coordination.
That's it. And relax in there, and relax and relax. Stein, yeah, challenged? Sometimes that, when you're concentrating that much, it can kind of take you away from actually concentrating on doing exercise, if that makes sense. All right,
Yeah.
but all good?
Yeah, okay.
Next up, we're going into jacks. Right, everyone, first exercise is a seal jack. So make sure you've got a nice, good, stable base. We put the hands facing each other, okay? And then we take a step and another step to a wide base, and then we're gonna open up the arms, and then we step back to hip width apart, bring the arms back together. You can bring the hands closer together if you need to, if your shoulders are causing you a bit of discomfort. So when you're ready, everybody, off you go. So we step, step, and then back in, okay? Sorry, Mum, I've got a wide wingspan. So it's a step, step, and open up those arms nice and wide. And if you need to reduce that range of movement to suit, just go for it. And if you're familiar with the jacks as an exercise, you'll probably see a lot of people doing jumping jacks, all right? You'll be pleased to hear we're not doing any jumping.
Good.
And back in. So fetch those arms back in, because it can be quite strenuous on the shoulders, especially when we're holding them out there. We're going to repeat the same movement with the feet, so taking it into that wide base and back again. But this time, as we take them out wide, we're going to fetch the hands up and a little touch above the head if we can, or just reduce that range of movement to suit. You might just fetch them up in front of you, okay? So when you're ready, off you go. And always remain stable and balanced. And try and increase that range of movement as much as you can, so we can challenge those muscle groups, and we can increase that movement and range of movement and mobility through them joints as well, and go at your own pace. But again, because it's full body, we're going to be guaranteed to tap into those heart and lungs and relax in there, okay? So, Mum, you might feel them a little bit more than the first ones going up above the head, because the arms are up above the head, they're above heart level, and obviously the heart has to work harder to pump the blood uphill.
Right.
All right, so that's why your shoulders will start to feel fatigued. So we can, that is a way of increasing intensity. The next one, instead of arms going up, we're going to lift the elbows. So that elbows coming in at the sides. We step, step, elbow lift, okay? And step, step. So when you're ready, off you go. Step, step, elbow lift. And because this is our third exercise, feel free to speed it up and increase that tempo if you're comfortable in doing that, okay? So look to increase that intensity. Body up nice and tall. Make sure the shoulders, hips and knees are in line. Last one. And relax in there. Get your stable base back, Mum. Shake everything off. Everything okay with those?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Right, everyone. We're going to move on to sit to stand. Right, everyone. The first exercise is going to be a standard sit to stand movement. So we need to get into a good starting position. So shuffle to the front third of your chair, okay? Chest out, chin up, and we want to make sure that the hips, knees, ankles and toes are all in one long line, and our weight is evenly distributed through those feet with the feet flat on the floor. We draw the heels back, we lean forward, body weight over the toes, and in all one move, power on up into standing, and then we pedal the feet at the top for circulation, just so that we don't get dizzy. And before we go back down, make sure you can feel the chair behind the back of your legs, slow and controlled, back in the chair. So when you're ready, Mum, let's go. Do you know why we're doing these ones, Mum?
To exercise your thigh muscles?
Yeah, we are actually. That was a good guess. Okay, so we are exercising the thigh muscles, and there's a reason why this exercise is in this particular workout, and it's because the thigh muscles are the biggest muscles in the body, and they do require the most amount of oxygen and energy. So if you want to get the heart and lungs working, they're a great muscle group to work, and you will find yourself getting out of breath. Last one, and slow and controlled in, and relax. So the next one, if you did use any support, so if you use the sides of your chair, you're gonna put your hands onto your thighs. Mum, did you put your hands onto your thighs?
Yes.
You did. So if you had your hands on your thighs, I want you to try and put your hands across your chest. Right. And we're gonna do exactly the same movement without any support this time. So when you're ready, off you go, and everything stays exactly the same. Okay, but let's reduce that level of support that we've got and that we're using, and let's get them legs working a little bit harder. And just remember, when you are doing these, if you do struggle with strength in your thigh muscles, there is a tendency for your knees to come together on the sitting and the standing movement. So people tend to go like this. Okay, so just be conscious about making sure we keep that gap between the knees, so they're always in line with the hips. And relax, Mum. All good? You find them a little bit more challenging?
Yeah.
Yeah? Excellent. Right, the last one for this block is going to be interval, and it's interval marching. So we do exactly the same. We're going to come up, we're going to march on that spot, and then slow and control back into the chair, and then we're going to march when we sat down. Okay? So last one. All right, go at your own pace, but we want to get out of breath, Mum. So let's go. So don't feel as though you've got to stick with the pace that me and my mum's going at. As long as you get that little bit of the marching at the bottom while you sat down, and then we power on up and we get a good high march in at the top.
Oh.
Come on, Mum. The thing is, obviously, if we were not using...
So much to remember.
There is. But this is why I challenge you. Challenge the coordination. I do it on purpose, Mum.
I know you do.
So I do the march. Get the arms marching.
Oh.
Get the arms marching.
No, that's it, got it.
And relax. Slow and controlled in. Slow, and relax. Well done. So, not just a physical challenge, but also a challenge upstairs as well, Mum. So it's all good stuff. Right, everyone, that does finish that round. We're now going to move on to some mat-based exercise. Right, everyone, for a safe way of getting down and back up off the floor, just remember you can refer back to your getting started videos. If you're not doing any mat-based exercises today, you can go back and complete some of the exercises in today's workout in your own time. Myself and my mum are going to demonstrate 3 exercises on the mats. Feel free to pause the video, practice the exercise, and move on to the next one in your own time. Okay? The first one is going to be a laid pelvic tilt. Okay? So you're ready for that, Mum?
Okay.
So my mum's nice and relaxed, aren't you, Mum?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yep. Feet are flat on the floor, and my mum's got the support under her neck, but we've taken out the support from the middle of her back. Okay, so now you can see that there's the natural curve of the lower back, and there's the gap between the lower back and the floor, and there's a reason for that, which you'll see. So, like we did last time around, we focused on engaging and activating them stomach muscles. Okay, so Mum, pull your navel, your belly button, back and up towards your spine. Okay, and feel those muscles activate and tighten. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
And relax, and relax, and relax. Now, when you do that again, I want you to really focus on getting rid of the space between your lower back and the floor. Okay, so I want you to push the lower back into the floor, which will tilt the hips and at the same time engage those stomach muscles. So when you're ready, lower back into the floor, and you can see a little tilt to the hips, and relax. Now, again, there is a tendency to hold your breath. So I'm gonna get my mum to breathe at the same time rather than holding your breath. Okay, so when you're ready, Mum, go again. Engage, tilt the hips, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then relax.
Ooh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just do 2 more for me, Mum. Now, this is a really good exercise for developing strength of the lower back. Again, we're working the muscles, the abdominals in the front of the stomach, okay? And it's really good for hip mobility as well. And relax. So, simple but effective, aren't they, Mum?
Yeah.
You can really feel them. You should be able to feel them straight away. Right, so that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is going to be a knee to chest stretch, okay? So fetch one of the knees towards the chest, Mum. And then with the hands, just grab just below the knee, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, don't put too much pressure on. And from there, just bring the knee towards the chest. Now, if your knees are not particularly great, you could put your hands underneath on the back of your thigh, Mum. So you could try that. Are your knees okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yep. And keep the hips on the floor and keep tension on. We want to hold it for 15 to 20 seconds. And this is really good for releasing some of the tension and pressure through the lower back, and also it'd be good for hip mobility as well. And relax, Mum. Slowly back down and slowly lift the other side. And again, apply a little bit of pressure, bring the knee in, tension on, keep the hips on the floor, and at the same time, just remember, keep pushing the lower back into the floor, because we can get them stomach muscles working at the same time. And relax. Slowly back out, slowly back out. Excellent. All right there, Mum?
Yeah, okay.
What's that feel like on your lower back?
It's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Right, the last one that we're going to do is an air cycle, okay? So imagine cycling that bike, but with no resistance apart from working against gravity, all right? We're gonna do single-sided, so we're gonna start off nice and easy. So single leg, Mum, the foot comes up, that's it, and just as if you were pedaling the bike from that laid position, and back out, and foot back on the floor, all right? And then we'll change legs. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. And again, range of movement. We don't need to have this great range of movement. It could be just, those pedals could be minimal, little pedals.
I've done 2 pedals, Leon, is that
Are you
okay?
doing two at a time? That's fine, yeah. And obviously the further out the foot goes, all right, the less support underneath and the more work the stomach and the lower back is having to do. So if you do suffer from lower back pain, then maybe just shorten up that range of movement. And again, the stomach's engaged, so we should have the stomach engaged all the time, Mum.
I'm trying.
And then lower back, keep pushing it into the floor. Right, just to show everybody, Mum, can you do these both together? So not both together, but cycle with both legs.
Oh, right.
Have a go, have a go. So take one out and then the other one. That's it.
Oh, that certainly pulls your stomach muscles.
Yeah. So again, keep pushing the lower back into the floor, Mum, and just go at your own pace, and remember to breathe. And relax and relax. Feet back on the floor. And just go at your own pace, all right? 3, I'm not saying simple, but they're highly effective, and you will feel them working the muscles in the stomach. You're gonna strengthen that lower back up, all right? And you're gonna improve hip mobility at the same time. Mum, that is the end of today's session. Okay, we're now gonna get cooled off. Right, everyone, let's get into a nice, steady seated march. Okay, think about your posture, shoulders back and down. Just want to raise that pulse a little bit, because if you've just done the mat-based exercises, you may have been in that laid position for quite a bit. Did you enjoy those, Mum?
Yeah, they're not easy though to do.
And that's it.
Yeah.
if it were easy, do you think we'd get to where we need to be?
No.
Exactly. Right, everybody, just relax there. Slide one foot out, slight bend of the knee, bring the toes back towards yourself, chest out, chin up, just lean forwards in until you can feel this stretch in the back of your leg. Hold that position, looking down towards the floor. Keep this tension on for up to 15-20 seconds. And then slowly back up and then change legs. So just remember, Mum, toes back towards yourself, slight bend on the knee.
Oh, a slight bend.
Slight bend on the knee, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So lean in.
Yeah.
Can you feel that tension?
Yeah, got that.
Hold it. Focus on your breathing as well. All right, if the muscles are under tension, there is a tendency to hold your breath. So try and relax. And fetch the feet back in. Excellent. Right, the next one, hands down by your side. We're going to take one hand down towards the floor on a side bend. Take it as far as you can go. And then just hold that position there. Don't let your bum come off the chair, Mum. So keep your hips on, keep your bum on the chair. And then slowly back up. And then down the other side. Don't lean forwards or back, and make sure you take your head with you. So try and keep the head, neck, spine in line. And slowly back up. One hand across the chest, with the other hand just behind the where your triceps are, so just the upper part of your arm. Just pull that back towards yourself and you'll get a nice good stretch through your shoulders. Just be careful with any shoulder injuries with these ones. So take it as far as it feels comfortable and hold it and relax and change. Same again. And relax in there. Big roll of the shoulders up, Mum. Take them back and down. Finish off with the neck. So we look left. And slowly back to center. Turn out the other side. And then slowly back to center. Shake everything off. Well done, everybody. Give yourselves a big clap. Quality stuff as always. And that concludes today's workout. So we should have given all those core muscles and all those supporting muscles in and around the spine a really good workout today. So you might feel those in the coming days. Okay. Right, everybody, don't go anywhere because coming up is your weekly activity dose. Welcome everyone to your weekly activity dose. Quick recap on last time around. We asked you to complete a daily posture check. We hope you found this beneficial to make you more conscious about what good posture feels like and looks like for you. We also hope that the self-reflection within your activity tracker helped you to realise how far you have come on this journey. This week, firstly, we would like you to repeat the 6-minute walk challenge that you completed in week 3. Once you have done that, we would like you to set yourself a new A to B walk challenge. Time yourself for 6 minutes to see how many times you can complete that distance and record it in your activity tracker. Good luck everybody, and remember, you can do anything you set your mind to.